begin by reading a few quotes by William Goldberg. He says, "A diamond should talk to the person, it should say, we belong together." The very essence of a diamond is to bring joy into the lives of people. And that's exactly how I felt when I tried on my first Ashoka diamond at the couture show in Las Vegas. I felt that the diamond belonged to me, and I also felt that this diamond added boundless joy into my life. And guys, you know what? I'm so happy to share the same joy with all of y'all. Because Ashoka diamond, is a diamond which which I have always admired, because a diamond is exclusive, it's extraordinary, and the magic is in the make of it. And to answer all your questions about what is Ashoka diamond, what is so special, to talk to us about the make of Ashoka diamond, we have Eve Goldberg. I'm just waiting for Eve to come online. She is the daughter of the legendary William Goldberg, and William Goldberg is the person who has invented and polished this diamond for all of us. So let me just see if I can see Eve here. Not yet. So I would like to introduce Eve. Eve Goldberg says, and I quote, "As our father's passion that was passed on to us, diamonds are always our main focus, since they are our heritage and what we know the best," I unquote. So Eve Goldberg has worked for over 20 years on building worldwide relationship for Ashoka Diamond, together with her incredible mother, Lily Goldberg, brother Saul Goldberg, brother-in-law Barry Berg, and nephew Ben Goldberg, is dedicated to taking this remarkable family business to a new heights. And today she's going to be talking to us all about Ashoka Diamond. And with that, how did you realize that diamonds were your calling?
I guess I would have to say born into the diamond business. I don't feel like, I did make a choice at a certain point in my life that I wanted to be in the business, but when you're the child of William Goldberg, it's kind of inevitable that you're going to be in this business. So it wasn't, when I was a kid, I guess it was something that, I always aspired to be. But then I tried other things in life until when I was 20 something years old, and my sister was having a baby, and my father asked me to come and work for the company just for 6 weeks while she was on maternity leave. And I just came into the business and fell in love with it. And it was supposed to be kind of a temporary thing, but it's been about 33 years now. So it's my passion.
Tell me why the name Ashoka, and does it have any connection with the Indian king Ashoka?
Yes. So there was one original carat Golconda stone that was cut by Harry Winston many years ago, and it was named the Ashoka. And there's actually a book, and in that book of Famous Diamonds, he talks about how he named all of these stones, and he definitely named her Ashoka, the Buddhist warrior. And when we saw that original Ashoka, which was at auction, my brother Saul and my sister-in-law had been at this auction, and they saw the original 41 karat Ashoka diamond and completely fell in love with it. And they were the underbidders on it, but kind of became obsessed. My brother, my dad, myself, we became obsessed with this cut. And so we started, experimenting with stones, and we started, testing it out, how to, cut that same stone. We did a lot of research and development, and we started cutting the Ashoka. We patented it, we trademarked the name, and that was in 1999. So that's really how it began. But we loved, at the time someone said to us, Ashoka means removal of sorrow. And we really loved to have a diamond that would
Right.
be able to remove sorrow. In my father, who was a very positive person, always liked to say,
Right.
he didn't like to say a negative. He said it brought joy into people's lives, which every diamond pretty much brings joy into people's lives. But we loved the meaning of it. We loved the fact that Ashoka was a Buddhist warrior who turned his life around, and was a really feared leader. And at the end, he was loved, and he treated people with compassion and treated everybody equally. And we love the whole history and the story of Ashoka.
Right. So now, can you please talk to us how the cut was developed?
So when they saw this 41 karat Ashoka, it was a time when antique cuts were starting to become very popular in the diamond world. People were asking for cushion cuts and elongated cushion cuts. And so we started, like I said, we started experimenting and playing with different cuts. And we came up with this Ashoka cut, which is what it is today. And this was in, like I said, 1999. So we've been cutting the stones now for over 20 years. It was just last year was the 20th anniversary of the Ashoka cut. And as a family, it's a very special cut. We all, it's our favorite thing to sell. If we're going to have the choice to sell anything, I would say that most of us, if someone came to us and wanted an engagement ring, was looking, to get married and wanted something really special and different and doesn't want to have the same thing that all their friends have, we're always happy to show them the Ashoka. And 9 out of 10 times, see the Ashoka, that's what they end up wanting, because it's just so beautiful and special and different.
Right. So tell me that, is there a special rough that you use to manufacture Ashoka diamond? I believe that only 3% of the rough can be converted into Ashoka diamond, right?
Yes, it's a very small percentage of rough that can be turned. We look specifically for longer pieces of rough. Elongated rough, it's very difficult to find. It's very challenging. When we first started cutting, and my father was alive, he challenged us to make this into a real business, because he said to us, you are not going to be able to find all the rough that you need to cut these stones. And my brother Saul said, I take that challenge, and went out there, and we combed the world. My brother-in-law Barry and Ben, who do a lot of the buying, they go out there and they look for all the rough that they could find that would be, usable for Ashoka diamonds. And we've been able to do it and turn into a very, important and special business for us.
Right. So tell me that, why should one purchase Ashoka diamond versus any other diamond cut?
Well, listen, one of the things that my father always said was, he said, the diamond should talk to you. The diamond should say that we belong together. I need to possess you. That was my father's quote. I've heard it over and over again in that video. And it's, when you buy a diamond, it has to be something that it's very personal. You have to look at it and you have to really love it. And it has to, like he would say, speak to you. We would laugh about it and say, people out there probably think we're this crazy family that talks to diamonds, because we're always saying the diamonds talk to us and tell us, what they want to be. But there's many diamond cuts out there. I mean, we're not going to, not 100% of the people are not going to end up with an Ashoka cut. First of all, there's probably not enough product to go around, because it's limited. But also because, there are still some people out there that may want to buy a classic round stone. But for anybody who's looking for something that's unique, very special, and especially if you like something that's more like it's antique looking, but yet it's very architectural looking, and it's different than any other cut. You have radiant cuts, which are nice, but they are like, very like, it's all about the brilliance. This is a little bit more understated, but yet it's fully brilliant, and it just looks very, you know, my father would always say it's a very sexy stone. It just, you put it on your hand or, you know, in a piece of jewelry, like this necklace here. I don't know if you could see it. These are all Ashoka diamonds. This is what we call the
Wow.
lily chain. It's my favorite chain. I wear it. Everybody who knows me knows that I wear it all the time. Here I am sitting at home, isolating. And you know what? We all have to like do something to make ourselves feel good while we're at home, whether it's like, you know, putting on your favorite shirt or whatever. For me, I put on my Lily chain. It makes me think of my mother because her name is Lily.
That's
And
lovely.
it's a shout out to Lily.
Wow. That's so
Her
elegant and so
Lily chain.
classy.
And it goes with everything. It's very wearable. And I just, here I am sitting at home wearing it.
Right,
So,
right.
yeah.
And I can see that Mr. William Goldberg is holding a very big piece of rock between the tweezers.
Was that the Premier Rose? I don't know. I'm not sure which. It looks like the Premier Rose, probably. Was it? I don't know where that picture came from, but my father he was always big on, he liked big diamonds. He did. He liked beautiful diamonds.
Right.
He liked big diamonds.
I'm sure.
Yeah. And the Premier Rose if that's the
Right.
Premier Rose, that was 137 carat D flawless pear shape. And that was what really kind of put my father on the map for being known for big diamonds. That was like the first. And really, like, from then it was just like all up from there. He was just known to be like the king of diamonds.
Right. So tell me, among so many diamonds, you know, which your company makes, which is your favorite diamond? Your
Well,
favorite cut?
my favorite cut is the Ashoka cut. I can't remember like the last time I sold something other than an Ashoka, but my favorite historical famous diamond would be what you're showing now, which was the Premier Rose, because it was that like that big, you know, and it was just like so brilliant. You felt like the sun was shining out of it. It was deep flawless. It was really the first. I wasn't even in the business when my father bought this stone. I wasn't in the business yet, but it was in the newspapers because it was at the time. I think it was the biggest piece of rough that was purchased at the time, and it just made a lot of news, and everybody was talking about it. And my father, you know, I came up to the office even though I wasn't working there yet. He invited me up just to come and hold this thing in my hand, and it was something about it, something about holding like a diamond like that in your hand, which is unmatched. I mean, there's no feeling like it out there. It's just to like hold that, and it was amazing.
Just asked a question: how many facets are there on Ashoka Diamonds?
62 facets. It's the same number of facets.
62 facets on Ashoka Diamonds.
62 facets, yes.
Yes. Yeah. So now can you talk to us about the patent which has been given to Ashoka Diamond?
So in 1999, we received a patent for the Ashoka Diamond, and the Patent and Trademark Office actually recognized the distinctiveness and issued us a federal trademark registration as well that covers the configuration of the stone, the cut of the stone. So even though, you know, because a patent doesn't last forever, we now have a trademark for the
Right.
configuration of the stone. So, you know, this was when we did it, it was just a little over 20 years ago. And it was really, really exciting for us. We'd never done anything like that. We were a company that always cut fancies. You know, we cut everything, but we felt like everybody out there could cut a beautiful round stone. My father's specialty, fancy shapes. So pear shapes, marquise, ovals, emerald cuts. That was where that was always his favorite thing was fancies. So that's really where we specialized. But this was the first time that we had found something. You know, in our industry, it wasn't very common for people to get patents for diamond cuts. But we were able to get it and get the trademark for them. So nobody else can call an Ashoka diamond or Ashoka, you know, anything even that looks like an Ashoka, they cannot call it an Ashoka. That's exclusive to us, and we have that trademark.
Right. Right. So now moving on from the patent, I also believe that there's a block in New York City that is named after William Goldberg. So can you share with us something about that, please?
Yeah, that was amazing. I think that was in 2006, I think. I think we did it, I think it was 2006. I don't remember exactly, but it was, I think it was Father's Day. My father had been, there it is. That's the sign. I see that every morning when I come to the office, which is pretty exciting, I have to say. It's pretty amazing to show up to work every day and see your father's name on the street. Fifth in Manhattan, which right now is kind of a ghost town, scary, but we'll get back. We'll come back. But
Wow.
anyway, so it was on a Sunday, and they blocked off the street. The city acknowledged my father because my father really turned around 47th Street when he was the president of the Diamond Dealers Club.
Wow.
So the street was, needed a lot of work and needed to be cleaned up a lot. And my father worked with the city, and they really changed it and brought more like honor to 47th
Wow.
Street. And he also, when my father was the president of the Diamond Dealers Club, he changed things there as well. He gave women the rights for the first time to become members of the Diamond Dealer Club. So before he was president, the only way a woman could enter the Diamond Dealers Club at the time was if they were widowed and their husband had been a member. So he made a lot of changes,
Right.
and the city honored him in that way. And it was an incredible day. Our Senator Schumer came and, inaugurated the street, and the whole family and all our friends were there. And it was right after my father had passed away. And it was really a very special moment, and continues to be for all of us to this day.
The maximum carat in Ashoka diamond that has been manufactured.
The big Ashoka at this point, if I'm right, it was 48 carats. If my brother's on here, or my brother-in-law, they can
Wow.
tell me if I'm right or wrong. I think it was 48 carats. I think that was the biggest. And we just recently sold it. So, but we
Right.
cut them anywhere from 20 points up to 50 carats, I guess.
So now talk to us about the DNA of the brand.
So my father started the business over 60 years ago. He was a cutter, but a terrible cutter. So he had a partner that was called Goldberg Weiss at the time. Partner was a great cutter. My father he was a genius, and he was a great marketer. So he started out before anybody was doing it. It was, advertising in trade magazines, and just really
Right.
like marketing his fancy shape stones, which other people weren't doing at the time. And he eventually went off on his own, because my father was a very, very strong character. And, we are continuing with my dad's legacy very proudly. And we're very lucky because, he had a great name in this industry, in the diamond world. And so it always opened up doors for us. It was always kind of easy for us to call somebody to get a new customer, because everybody knew William Goldberg, and he was honest. And my father was the type of person that would pay more than people were asking. He would literally pay them before they were asking for payment, and he'd pay them more than they were asking. He was very generous and treated everybody
Nice.
like he treated the workers
Nice.
as well as he treated his partners. He was an incredible human being.
I really admire this picture of yours and your mom. It's just like two strong women of the family taking the legacy ahead. It's just an amazing picture, and to see your mom, that's Lily Goldberg, to be yet active and to be, like being totally 100% involved with the family legacy. It's something so inspiring. I think, that Lily Goldberg inspires all of us to like continue working irrespective, you know, because there's no age that can stop us. We just have to keep on working hard.
She's amazing. She's amazing. If you can ever have the chance to meet Lily
Of
Goldberg,
course.
very special woman.
So tell me that are all Ashoka Diamonds certified?
Yes, all ASHOKA Diamonds are
Wow,
certified.
each and every one.
Everyone down to 10 point anything. Everything is certified, and
Wow.
everything is laser inscribed on the girdle, ASHOKA
Wow.
with the number. Yes.
And how long does it take for one diamond to be ready?
Really depends on the size of the stone. You know, for smaller stones,
Fair enough.
it could be a couple of days. For the larger stones, it could be a couple of months. You know how difficult the rough is.
Have you sat behind those wheels and polished or faceted those diamonds? So did you also learn the entire polishing and the manufacturing bits from your father?
So I did for a very short period of time. I told my father that I wanted to learn how to cut diamonds, and so he said to me,
Yes.
you can go to the factory before work in the morning, and we would get to work at like 8:30. So I get to to our factory, which is right behind our office, and I did it for probably a couple of months. And Willie, who's our
Wow, nice.
master cutter, who's amazing, he would have liked me to stay longer, but I was running back and forth to my desk and trying to get back to phone calls and things. So I didn't ever do it. And I wish I had, but you know, whatever. It's not like my father. He always said he was all thumbs, and cutting wasn't his. I'm not sure that I would have had the patience, because it requires a lot of patience, and it's not really my best quality. So I'm not so sure that I would have been the best cutter, but yeah, I did for a very short period. No, somebody asked the question, have we cut any Ashokas in other stones? And I actually have, believe it or not, I have one. Here is a sapphire. See this ring? Could you see it? It's an Ashoka Sapphire with two
Right.
Ashokas. So yeah, so we
Wow.
have started doing Ashokas and emeralds
And I
and
can see that you're wearing a lovely emerald ring.
I know that's I know I should be wearing only a diamond, but it's got Ashokas on the side.
Look at that.
My husband, this was my engagement ring. I got married 7 years ago, and somebody told him that the smartest thing to do would be to buy me something other than a diamond, because no diamond would be big enough or good enough for me. So he bought me this emerald, which was bought through a very close friend of mine, and then I put the Ashokas on the side, so it kind of made it more, mine. William Goldberg Ashoka.
That's a,
So, but yeah,
that's beautiful. I really love how beautifully sapphires have been cut into Ashoka diamonds. It's so gorgeous.
I know we love it. People are really loving it. It's fun because we can do all these different designs now that we could do, white with blue, white with green, red, like, it's, for me, it's a
Right.
lot of fun because I'm very involved in the creation of the jewelry. And so, it makes it even more fun for me to be able to play with different colors, not just, oh, we had yellow Ashokas also, but not as many as we would like. They don't, we just don't find them.
Where can one find Ashoka diamond?
So we have some incredible retailers around, the partnerships with retailers around the world. We have Boodles in
Okay.
England. They're exclusive. We have Partridge in New Zealand. I don't want to leave anybody out, so let me think. We
Okay.
have Wacko in Japan. We have in South Korea, we have Myungborang. We have in Colombia, we have Bauer. In Hong Kong, we have Lihang, Mabros, Mabel. Tell me if I'm leaving something out, Barry, or somebody else who's listening. Sorry. Oh my God. In the United States, we have Kwiat. They're huge for us. They are distributing Ashoka for us throughout the United States. So, yeah, so I think that's where you saw the Ashoka in Las Vegas. Actually, mention our newest partner is Wempe in Germany, a fantastic company, German company. Yes.
Are you planning to have any presence of Ashoka in India? Because India is a major diamond manufacturing center.
We're working on it. We're working on it. We
Oh,
haven't.
lovely.
I think it would make a lot of sense. So we'll see. Maybe you'll help us find the right people there.
And before we close the conversation, is there some inspiring message that you would like to share with people? That something that your father has always shared and he's always inspired you that listen, hey, this is what you must, this is how you must keep the legacy of the family ahead.
My father said he had so many great quotes. I think for him, one thing that he always told people is that you need to find your passion in life. And I think no matter what it is that you do in your life, if you find something that you love to do and that you're passionate about, you should be able to go to work every day with a smile on your face. It shouldn't feel like work. And I think that's, doesn't matter what industry it is, how much money you're making, but if it's something that, you can feel passionate about and feel good about, I think that message always resonated with me. He was always about passion, finding your passion. So.
It was really wonderful to have you here and to share with us entire legacy of Ashoka Diamond. I'm sorry about this network which was playing hard on us. It was quite a challenge. Though I wasn't able to hear you completely. But for visiting, your workshop, because that's my dream now. Next, that I have to come to your workshop and I have to sit behind the wheels and observe how the diamond is manufactured. How the facets are done. It will be something so important and something so educative. So I would really love to see the entire procedure and to visit you. Hopefully, after the entire launch, I will make a trip to New York City very soon.
I hope that very soon that we can start traveling again. I can come visit you, you can come visit me, and we won't have to worry about network issues, which right now everything is virtual. So unfortunately, when you go live, I apologize if I, walked out of the room. I was trying to make it work before, so I apologize for any of that. But that's what happens when you're doing live TV, live Instagram, whatever it is. Somebody asked to show a piece of Ashoka jewelry, so I'm going to show you just this piece because this is a really new piece, a bracelet that I happen to love, and it's really excited about it when we actually get back to work and being able to. It's really cool, and we have to work on some new collections, and here's something else that's really cool. These earrings. These are really cool. Ashoka earrings. These have a diamond in that. Love these necklaces. Who wants to see my neck? Someone wants to see my necklace. This is the necklace. You can see it up close. It's hard to see, but it's really beautiful. It has stones on the side. It's very, you can double it. It's a fun piece of jewelry. It's my signature piece.
Thank you so much for giving me all your time. And I apologize once again for the network hang up. It was quite a challenge.